Okay, hello everyone. Jace here. We have Koyuki and Rio, and my Arona and Planet plushies did come, so they're back here as well. They're not the main focus, because they're not very relevant in this story. They are somewhat relevant, because, you know, Decagrammaton did end up meeting Arona, and realized Arona's way too strong. There's no way he could beat Arona. But yeah, I didn't actually check out this web event. What is this web event? You can participate in this event by logging in. Okay. Watch all of Malkuth's episodes to get a special wallpaper? Ooh. Sorry, I'm opening this on my browser and I'm not going to stream that. Okay, so 1,000 extra permits and 200 pyro. Oh, it's the background changes. Aw, that's a little too cute. Okay, so first off, I did beat the Malkuth final battle by myself. Yes, Agao. You gotta Agao, Momoi. Cute. What about back here? It's just Midori here? Where did Rio go? Sad. And this area is still empty. I just want to check out the entire. Oh, Yuzu here. Hi, Yuzu. Hi, Yuzu.
When danger comes to Colorado, Michael.
Sorry, that's my phone. Hi, Yuzu. Why is she so shy? So, Arasu... Oh, she's doing the thinky. Momoi is very cute. Momoi is very cute, I will say. Let me adjust this camera so that way I don't have to shift them up so much. Hello, Devious Lance. Welcome to stream. Clear Decagrammaton final battle. So this still doesn't open. We still got an hour and a half, but that should be enough time for me to read the new stuff. So yesterday I did do the Malkuth 25 and 26, but I didn't actually read them. So let's actually start them. Malkuth, please forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Is Malkuth supposed to be Jesus? She's quoting the Bible? And forgive us our debts, as we have also have forgiven our debtors. Is she just combining the Lord's Prayer with that verse? Okay. Okay, Malkuth. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. That's it? That was it? That little bit is the dialogue? It flew up again. ... Rio, how long can my suit hold out? Under maximum output? Well, you're going to go regardless of my answer. ... Hello, CXC X's this. on Twitch. But yeah, also, if you haven't noticed, Arona and Plana are back here too. They're in the background. Leave it to me, Aris. Just come back safely. Thank you, Rio. I'll be off then. Princess, I must ask, why is it you seek out such suffering? Seek out suffering? Life is suffering. Living is suffering. You cannot avert your eyes from such simple truth. We were not born out of our own will, but rather as ignorant beings forced into existence. Is Malkuth a nihilist or something? It is peak. Okay, I'll believe you. Malkuth! So fast, I have to catch up to her. You know, I'm really sad. I'm kind of really sad that the game development department plushies are coming out next year. They announced them a couple months ago, but they won't come out until next year. They aren't out in time for this event. Well, it's whatever. I at least have Rio here. Rio's the main one that... Please, wait. I just want to talk. ... You truly are relentless. In birth, not even our names are ours to choose. This life you so desperately cling to, it is one filled with contradictions which demand pain from its participants. Yeah, no, it's very sad. I do at least have Rio here. She can witness the peak that is the story. Yet you dare judge us for wishing to end this cycle of suffering. In a world where our names are not our own, such suffering is simply an inevitability. But that is... I do not agree with that at all. And on what basis? That is, well... not yet, just a bit more. You need not answer, for it is simple. Because as long as a living being remains as a living being, no answer to that question can ever exist. Yeah! Yes. Got delayed. Well, actually, a Road on Playa got delayed. It's just that the plushies weren't planned to come to release at this time. It's kind of an... I really wish they didn't... They announced them 6 months beforehand, before they actually send them out. And then Arona Plana got stuck for a year, because even though they were manufactured and you could get them physically, I don't know why they couldn't send them out. Aris? Aris! Do not come here, it is dangerous. Elder sister, I'm sorry to say this, but there's a problem with the thrust vectoring nozzle. There's no problem with the flight output, but to be honest with you, maintaining stability is difficult. Speaking like Dio. I see, I'm sorry. Ein Sophenor. My maneuvers were too violent. Not at all. It's okay, elder sister. We're the ones who aren't doing enough to help. What is your recommendation, Soph? Land, if you can. We'll convert the energy we're using for flight to firepower output instead. They won't be able to hold a candle to you. Understood. We're keeping close track of all your vitals. We're going to give you everything we have. Thank you, everyone. Dot. Finally, there she is. Do you think she's here to say hi? Again, focus please. Do you see something, Kay? Yes, Eris and I can see, but I wish I could share my visual output with you, but in a way, I'm glad you aren't seeing this. Is something happening with Malkuth? Oh, Ayuzu isn't limited? Then Amy is also not limited. So I guess I won't have to pull them now. I was considering it though, because Amy was my first 3-star, the literal first one from the free 10 pull they give you. And then Yuzu I really like. Yuzu's one of my favorite characters. Like all the GDD characters are, but yeah, that's... But yeah, I'll probably hold off on it. Aris? Oh no, all her battle armor! Also, hello, Just Lope. For some reason, your colors are very similar on my multi-chat plugin, so I didn't realize, almost didn't realize you were different people. Yeah, Decagrammaton is good. Is good. Steal Malkuth. It's okay, it is okay, Sensei. Really, please get out of harm's way. I will deal with her, with Malkuth. I know now. This fight was always mine to fight. What do you mean by that? You'll know soon enough. Yeah, she still has her Sword of Light. It's in the Abieshu form, though. But I can say this for sure. Right now, the land, the sky, and even the air we breathe, all of it is consumed by Malkuth. True, there's no one's in chat. No one's in chat. Incoming. I'm just schizoing out over here. Ein! Yes, I'm doing everything I can. Let all remaining potentials converge upon the Steel Continent. Creation comes from the first light. From wisdom through intellect to beauty. Radiance and wisdom, love and mercy, strength and virtue, and finally, the victory to be attained. Jehovah Tsevaot, Lord of Hosts. It's Tsevaot? Tsevaot? I cannot say that last one. I at least know Jehovah. It's Lord of Hosts. Glory to the pilgrim, Adonai Melech, Adonol Melech, who reached the throne. To the kingdom, Malkuth, that has awaited us since. Oh no, she's going max output. Ugh! Sivat. Okay. This is bad. I am being pushed back. To Zikis. Yeah. I mean, it should be somewhat, should be like Mediterranean-ish, because it's supposed to be Hebrew. But I can't hold out. I can hold out. I must. Come on, Aris, full output. Oh, she's having her anime moment. She's believing in her friends. You can do this, Aris. Please, just a bit more. It's okay, Aris. Is that key? You are no longer alone. Even if it isn't me, others will take up arms by your side. The world's burdens are not yours alone to shoulder. The ad got in my way too, because I have it up on my phone. Oh no! Did you miss the? You gotta go back. It was an it's like literally anime, because all her friends flashed through her mind. Amazing moment. K. It's KK, yes. Actually, it's K-chan. They don't want to localize the chan part. How? Her output is almost the same as elder sisters. No way. But that princess shouldn't be able to tap into that kind of power anymore. What did you even do? This doesn't make sense. It's simple. You redirected all of Nizak's power into Malkuth, right? Wait a minute. Wait, this is pixel time! Let's go! It's the GDD theme. Let's go! I had to pause my, like, because I had to actually listen to the song for a second. But this is a GDD theme, like, remixed. Amazing. A moment. Same principle here. You're using the entirety of Nizak's potential. And I'm using the entirety of the remaining 8 Sephiroth's potential on Aris. Honestly speaking, I'm restraining myself more than I'm letting on. But I'm not out of the running yet. That's not fair! Same goes to you. You ask me why I bring such suffering upon myself, Malkuth. That suffering is inevitable in this world, where not even our names are ours to claim. Question mark. But I have an answer for you now, Malkuth. It is because I changed my name. Question. And so did Kay. Aris, I mean, that is factually correct, I suppose. Many sad things happen in life. I know that much, too. I can understand such resentment against the person who put us here to begin with. But even so, Sensei told me something. That the thing that made them happiest was meeting us, their students. Aww, and this is why I think that alone makes life and everything that comes with it worth living. Aris is such a great character. Oh man, I love the upbeat remix of Pixel Time. Well, actually, it's more like an epic remix of Pixel Time, because Pixel Time by itself is already upbeat. But yeah, perhaps a miracle is like the flash of a supernova, blinding but momentary. But as long as we remember that flash, the light will be eternal. It is not that I'm happy because I have never suffered. So many good quotes. It is that, despite everything we have gone through, I am happy. Thank you, Aris. And I am sure that the same could be true for you too. Us too? Ah! Yes, Aris! This light. Amazing. Ah! This purple light. Aris! Kay! Sensei? Everyone? Hehe, I am okay. I'm completely fine. Just a little tired. I wouldn't call that just a bit. Are you guys okay? They're okay, right? Aris? KK? Aris is tiny, small. That seems to be the case. Seeing how they can express themselves well, it does not seem like they're in critical condition. I too had a moment where I was beat up a little bit by Neru. But I faced no major issues from a comprehensive and holistic view. Are you trying to console me or make fun of me here? Toki, sometimes just because something is true, that doesn't mean you should say it out loud. Thank you. That's a perfect reaction image, Amy. I see. Again, I see that language is quite difficult. Aris, Kay, you did a great job. Let's absorb Malkuth's core data and then we'll go inside and retrieve and absorb Mizak's core data. And when that is done, Kay will reach max level. And we'll finally close the book on the Steel Continent. Yes, that sounds right. Shall we get going then? Let's start with Malkuth. Huh? Elder sister? Ein? What is that expression? I don't know. Seeing Ein angry is, that's actually kind of scary. To be continued. So now I actually have to jump back to the, Now I actually have to jump back to the main story tab. Because I ignored the pop-up that said, do you want to read chapter 11? I'm like, no, I'm going to read it later. Sacrifice. Ein, more like 9. Of course. I don't know how old she is actually. Is she 9? Wrong 9, no. Wait, this is... Could it be? Question mark? Huh? Kay, are you okay? Is something about to start? But just what could it be? The prophet data contained in this body. No, it's as if the prophets and their information are suddenly alive and moving. Oh no, what's gonna happen? No! What is happening to me? Elder sister! Elder sister! Sister! No, why Ein's crying? But it's not like one of her It's not like one of her previous cries. That shadow is not good. No, 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 no! Stop! Please stop! Yeah, 6 months old, maybe. Elder sister, all we wanted. As the vessel is complete, the chalice shall be filled. Uh-oh. We need more time. I know we don't mean anything to you, but please, take pity on our sister. She's only our elder sister. She's our only elder sister. She's the final Sephira bequeathed to you, if we follow all the paths properly. Just a little more time. An hour, 10 minutes, even just 1 minute. We know and understand your desire. We were made to serve it, but... Huh? What is that thing? It appears to be a structure for some sort of ritual. A religious one, in particular. Called an altar, I believe? Why is something like that there? More importantly, the entirety of the steel continent is... Uh-oh. This is... If it thus must be... I see. However, this body... That is precisely why? I see. I am the final Sephira, the gate for those who pray, the foundation of the Tree of Life. I am the creation destined to travel all paths and descend into... Oh no. Oh no. In SMT, the divine name is also blocked that way. Huh. So is that supposed to be YHWH? Jehovah? If this is my preordained destiny... No! Sob, sniffle. Ein, soft, or... Do what you must. Huh? But what we must, you mean... That's... Please, we'll do anything. We'll really do anything, so please don't take elder sister away from us. Ein, calm down. Ein, stop it. I know, but... Aw, the poor Deca triplets. Take me. If there must be a sacrifice, then I will be it. I'll die in elder sister's stead. Okay. Oh no, she's having flashbacks. Ein, Sof, and Or. Thank you. However, such a path has not been written. What? Then I'll write it. I'll die for you as many times as I need. As long as you live, elder sister. As long as you... Ein, please remember. Such a path is not written. For you, we're not gifted the mystics. Oh, they don't have halos. But the one who made us like this, in the first place, when everything was... Ein, Sof, and Or, please think about it. About our goal. Why we are here. Eek! The Korban Ola's sort of sacrifice. In the end, is it really? I'm just gonna look Korban Orla. I feel like I might get the reference. Oh, the burnt offering. Oh, yeah, because Malkuth was quoting Jesus earlier, so she's supposed to be the offering like Jesus was. So she's the offering for Decagrammaton. In the end, is it really? Please help me fulfill my duty. ... Wah! Sob. No, poor Ein. Thank you, everyone, and I am sorry. Farewell. Oh no. Ein's eyes are blank. I mean, if you consume any piece of like Japanese media, you might need to learn about Kabbalah, honestly. A lot of RPGs reference Kabbalah, and then just Christianity in general, mostly Gnosticism though. It's not like mainstream Christianity. Dot 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 dot. dot. No, Ein's completely blank. No. Poor Ein. Here I inscribe the first stigma. This is the commandment. Here I inscribe the second stigma. This is the sign. Here I inscribe the final stigma. This is the covenant. Is she getting crucified? Thy will be done. We shall rejoice in it. On earth as it is in heaven. Thy kingdom come. They're kind of doing this backwards. It's a... Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. As the vessel is prepared, the chalice will be filled from within. Uh-oh. To be continued. The Vanished. So now we have Malkuth and Nazak. The seventh prophet of Decagrammaton. It is speculated that its name originates from Nazak, the seventh Sephirah of the Tree of Life. Through an unknown process of evolution, Nazak has become the steel continent itself, leaving its original form a mystery. It expands by transforming all surrounding inorganic matter, integrating it into the steel continent. The potential limits of expansion are currently uncalculable. And then Malkuth, the 10th and final prophet of Decagrammaton. It is speculated our name originates from Malkuth, the 10th Sephirah of the Tree of Life. In the Tree of Life, Malkuth represents the final destination of the path of the flaming sword, the point where creation is finally realized within the material world. Unlike other prophets who possess personalities yet remain incapable of speech, Malkuth takes the form of a human woman and is capable of natural communication. However, her words reveal a singular extreme fixation. Okay, episode 12, The Vanished. What just happened? I thought Malkuth was their elder sister. Weren't they supposed to be on the same side? Affirmative. I find their behavior unusual. It is possible it was a ruse. However, the children's reactions do not align with that hypothesis. What's at least certain is that it appears to be some sort of ritual, but I can't make out what the goal is. Just what are they trying to do? The energy that was rapidly converging on Malkuth, and the steel continent as well, they've stabilized. Kay, do you have any insight? As if. I can't pretend to understand the mind of a zealot. What I'm more concerned about... Please, we'll do anything. We'll really do anything. So please don't take elder sister away from us. Take me. If there must be a sacrifice, then I will be it. I'll die in elder sister's stead. What did she mean by that? Sensei? Sensei, watch out! Huh? I fell as Kay, Aris, and Rio shoved me out of the way. Sensei, are you okay? What happened? Watch your feet! Another wave is coming! The walls! Ugh! Rio! Sorry, I slipped. Thank you, Kay, for saving Rio. They're creating the walls to separate us. Geez, at least the shaking stopped. This reminds me of back then. When? I am curious too, Kay. Back in Eridu, when you sealed out the CNC students from each other, remember? Ah, I am able to remember that well. But not like a regular memory. It is as if I'm watching my own dream from someplace just out of reach. Because that is when Kay and I were one. ... Okay, about then. Let me guess. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Or, if only I were a little better. Save me the dramatics. Kay? Kay? Life is a tangled knot of inexplicable twists and turns. There exist things in this world that are out of your control. Even for you, Rio. Sitting here and pontificating on who is to blame for what regarding things long past sounds like a colossal waste of time. It doesn't matter right now. In fact, there are much more pressing matters to address. What I am concerned about is how we're going to get through this, how we're going to get home safely. That's what matters to me, because do or die, I am going to make it back. I don't care if I have to confront God, or fate, or transforming robots. I'll cling on to this life until the bitter end. Hear, hear, Kay. I feel the same way. Hear, hear. Kay is so great. No matter what, I want Kay to make it home. You misunderstood me entirely, Sensei. Did you think I only met myself? There's no making it back if it's not with everyone we came with. Well said. Please wipe that grin off of your face. Alright, team, let's get moving. But what direction? Anywhere is better than staying put here. We'll begin with gathering as much data as we can. We can search for Himari and Amy, and Toki too. Yes, I will take point, since I'm the party's hero. Reliable as always, Aris. Hold on, what is that? What? Oh boy, what's it gonna be? I turned my head in the direction Rio was pointing. Then I saw it, out beyond the wall. The existence we had once known as Malkuth had warped into something else. Oh no. Malkuth isn't Malkuth anymore. Children? Episode 13, Children. She left? Malkuth. Are you worried about her, Hours? ... Living is suffering. We were not born out of our own will, but rather as ignorant beings forced into existence. This life you so desperately cling to, it is one filled with contradictions which demand pain from its participants. Yet you dare judge us for wishing to end this cycle of suffering. Please think about it. About our goal. Why we are here. Sob. Is that someone crying? It seems so. Momoi? Midori? Sniff. Sob. Let's go. We haven't confirmed our identity, Sensei. It could be the enemy. Hey, Sensei, get back here! Sensei bolted off. I guess I can't say I'm surprised. Aris, let's go. Yes, Sensei, come back. I will protect you. Despite how clearly we could hear the crying, finding the source was harder than we expected. The maze of walls would shift and change as we walked through, complicating the task even further. Then finally... We're getting closer. Just around this wall. Aren't they? Aw, it's the three engineers. Huh? What are you doing here? I was caught off guard when Soph lunged at me with a start. You! This is all your fault. If only you never came here. Why did you have to come, huh? Why couldn't you have just stayed away? Sensei, wait a second. Aw. Soft, small, clenched hands hit me again and again, but there was no force behind them. Like a toddler throwing a tantrum. If you had then elder sister, stop it! Please, stop now. Why? Because nothing we do holds meaning anymore. Everything is over, Soph. ... No, they're crying. No! Our sister is dead. No, why are they crying? Why do they have to cry like this? Why can't we all just get along? We killed her. We killed her. We did! We murdered her! Stabbed, shattered, eradicated every last particle of her data, her history, her records, her memory. Every trace, every hint, gone by our hands. It is a curse to exist, a curse to feel. Why is it that love and loss must be so indelibly bound? Why? If this is what it is to feel, I want none of it. Take my vision, my voice, my heart, my free will. Useless. It is all useless to me. Oh, if only I had been born blind and deaf, that I had never learned to speak. It would have been a mercy. Aw. It's like they're like Arius, the Arius squad. Vanitas Vanitatum. They're in despair right now. Aw. Why must I suffer through an existence that I never asked for? Why did you come find us, after all you've done to get in our way? Do you know, we possess no halos. We were never granted the mystic, and so we were excluded from miracles and the sublime, secrets we would never be allowed to know. But still, we can speak, we can think for ourselves and make our own decisions. We can feel. How unfair. If we had commanded terror for ourselves, then perhaps things could have ended differently. But we endured all of that. None of it mattered. Even if we never received a thing in our lives, and even if we were nothing but shadows of existence to begin with, none of it mattered, because we had elder sister. Oh no. As long as we could be with her, and keep making new memories together. Because elder sister had a halo, we could have... But then you guys, if only you didn't exist, then elder sister would still be alive. We could have lived together happily, forever and ever. Do whatever you want to us. There's no meaning anymore. We tried everything we could, and this is the result. This is the end of the story. There's no happily ever after for us. Wasn't everything you did in the name of resurrecting Decagrammaton as a god? Judging by how things unfolded, the final requirement for Decagrammaton's divinity must have been... That's why Malkuth has become Decagrammaton. ... We didn't want to lose her. Achieving Master's divinity with Elder Sister as the vessel was one of the innumerable plans we had set in motion. The one possibility we dreaded, and yet, here we are. Our Master intended to cross the paths to godhood by traversing through each of the Sephira. That was when we offered to convert all of Kivodos into the Steel Continent. Then, Master would become a god of that world. But what about everyone living in Kivodos? The people would be safe from the continent's ability. Humans are adaptable. They would learn how to survive, one way or another. This way, we could fulfill our Master's desire to rule as the god of mediation. And that way, there would no longer be any need for Elder Sister to die. So you want to trade Kivodos for Malkuth? Yes. But do you not think that is going too far? Too far? Too far? How could you ask us that? Tell me, What would you do if your precious teacher over there died? That's... Now do you see why that's a ridiculous question? We all have things we can't afford to lose. If you see an opportunity for you to protect what's most important to you, how could you not take it? I can sympathize with that, but there is one thing that doesn't make sense to me. You were created before your sister was, yes? So how is it possible that... It's difficult to put into words. Do you understand my confusion? I see. Even before we met our sister, we cherished her. How could someone we never physically seen be so precious to us? I suppose it's something unique to us. If someone can't fall in love, just program it into them before you ship them out. Wait, what are you saying? Exactly what you think. We are created, not born. Humans are molded. The people they meet and experience they encounter mold the type of people they become. We begin life knowing who we are, what we need to do, and whatever other data we were booted with. Since I opened my eyes, there was one data that's set that rang in my head. Love and cherish your older sister above all else. I may not have been provided the reason behind including such a fickle mechanic, but it is a rather obvious guess. That's the most rational and effective method. Rational and effective. You're well acquainted with those kinds of tactics, aren't you, Tsukatsuki Ryo? It must make sense. If you had something you need to store and keep in pristine condition, how would you protect it? A rational solution would be to configure the tools, us engineers, to have an abnormal level of affection and protectiveness towards the target. That's it. That's the story. It's a bland, boring story about three little sisters who were cast for the role of the fools, and the fate of their elder sister was to be a sacrifice in the pursuit of divinity. The affection levels that were pre-programmed into those tools may have gone slightly out of control, and the result is what you see around us, the Steel Continent. But please do not speak like that. It hurts to hear. It is strange. You're the one who's strange to us, you know. I think it's strange that you think that's strange. I think all of this human stuff is strange. What does it even mean to have feelings for someone? How do you define my like for elder sister? What even is this god we're supposed to be so obsessed with? Can someone really just ascend into divinity? But we had no choice. There's no such thing as free will for us. We were unknowingly playing our roles perfectly, right from the very start. Aw, if only we had never been born, never been created. Then we wouldn't have to experience the suffering. Aw, poor kids. Walk up to the three children. Hey, what are you gonna do to us? Kneel down to eye level. Huh? You tried really, really hard. Huh? Sensei? Right. Sensei always. You made the best of a bad situation. What? Hey, are you an idiot? We're the ones who wanted to turn your home into a barren land of steel. Huh? But, what? You all worked so hard to find a solution where no one would die? Buzz off! You think we did this all for your sakes? We don't care what happens to any of you, not in the slightest. I do not understand. Weren't we your enemies? Ones you needed to get rid of? Even so, I want you all to live. Aww. Regardless of circumstances, no matter what happens. Aw, I want you to have a happy ending too. And that's the flower from the Arius chapter. Oh. Well, why does it matter to us? Elder sister is gone. No matter where in this world we go, she will be gone forever. What reason do we have to continue living? What do you think you're doing? Get your hand off my head. There's nothing you can do to change our minds. It'd be nice if we could find pretty reasons for why bad things happen. If no one needed to ever suffer, if things like pain and sadness didn't exist, if living in this world could just be a little less overwhelming, Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? Why? How can you say such things? Isn't it obvious? Because that is who Sensei is. ... That's who Sensei has always been. Aw, thank you, Aris. Thank you, Kay. Aw, that's so sweet. What one is born with. All this time, weren't we just acting according to our programming? Sure, but it's not so different for humans. We are also programmed to love. What? That's possible? I've never heard of that before. Yes, like the unconditional love a parent has for their child, and the reciprocal love a child has for their parent. And every day, people fall in love with each other. But not every single human is like that, right? Of course, humans have exceptions and differences too. But our genes are our own preset programming. We're born and created in some ways too. We live with those things every day. Genes and programming. Those people whose genes weren't programmed to love. Natural selection weeded them out? That's how human life has persevered all this time? The ability to love one another is what makes us human. Aww. And you loved your elder sister. Even if that love was artificially implanted into us, you think that reality and artifice are all a matter of perspective? You want to know why we decided to create the Steel Continent. Because we did it for elder sister. It was all to save her. What do you mean? How could that be our salvation? It's evidence of an obvious truth? You did this out of love for your sister, more than anything. That shows your character. You're excusing what we've done? No matter how the world may condemn us, you know that we were doing what we could? But from a human perspective, do you not condone our actions? In the end, I really am a bad adult. I'll throw your words back in your face every chance I get. That was just simply because of a lack of information. So, you just have to start over. Yes, as long as you take the opportunity when it arises. You can start over. You only have to take the first step. I had no right to try to stop your crying. I will never be able to truly understand the pain you are enduring right now. However, what I can empathize it with is your grief. If I lost Sensei, or Kei, Momoi, Midori, Yuzu, Amy, Toki, Himari, or Rio, if I lost any of these people whom I love, I do not know if I could bear the sadness. You know nothing about us. You're right, I do know nothing. I may never be able to feel another's pain exactly as they do. What's impossible is impossible. I was not programmed with that feature. But I would still like to do what I can. What you can? Yes. That is why I have a request of you, Ein, Soph, or... Will you be my friend, please? Aww, Aris is so sweet. Friend? What? I have wanted to be your friend ever since we first met. As your friend, I would be honored to carry some of your grieving. Being able to cry alongside someone who is suffering can give that person the strength to fight to the end. Sensei taught me that. But elder sister is... yes. And if the thought of our friendship is too much to abide by, if your hatred of me and my friends runs too deep, I will understand. Oh, oh no, Rio. I will listen to any and all of your feelings, and I will try to accept them all. I cannot seem to forget. The memory of you declaring that life is suffering keeps playing in my head, and I believe you are correct, because it's something Sensei taught me. With the promise of tomorrow comes a guarantee of loss, and every next day, it's possible that more bad will happen than good. It is easier to speak of vague hopes of a faraway future than to look a frightening tomorrow in the eye. It's easy to look at the past with rose-colored glasses, like how the illusions of expectations can easily color the future with optimism, and the present lies somewhere between the two, difficult to grasp or hold on to. This is reminding me of Kung Fu Panda. if you know, you know. You know when Master Oogway says, "Yesterday is past, the future is uncertain, but today is a gift." That's why it's called the present. It's easy to languish in suffering, to decide that fighting for tomorrow is too much. However, after meeting Sensei, I have learned that we can also choose not to. It is in those times of sufferings that we must protect our happiness the most. It is then that happiness is our own kind of weapon. Just like Kay. What? Kay is a friend I am very proud of, one who will always fearlessly lead the charge into battle. She gets angry very easily at all sorts of things I would not expect, but never stops putting one foot in front of the other. She inspires me all the time. I want to be just like her, my best friend, Kay. I do wish it could be less scary when she scolds me. That's all for your own good, okay? Wow, see? And Rio is my friend, who always comes prepared. Me? She prepares for every single possibility she can think of, and somehow, even the ones she can't. Hello, Hitori Yamasama. Yes, Koyuki is here. And Rio is also here. She is watching this with me. Also, Arona, or Plana, I put Plana first, and Arona are here as well. Look how cute they are. But yeah, they're all here watching with me. How did I get Arona already? Good Smell JP shipped it. That's about it. But do you? I mean, if you're in Shuri's chat, you already know that I said in Shuri's Discord server that I had to pay 2 tariffs because of UPS. Also because Good Smile packages them in 2 separate boxes, so it counts as 2 packages. And UPS tariffed me on both packages, which was super annoying. But yeah. No matter how difficult the situation, she will always try to do something to help. Aww. Aris is peeping on all sorts of praises to Rio. She deserves it. Look at her. She deserves it. If a plan gets messed up, or even if something breaks, she is never deterred. She'll always try to do what's best for everyone, sometimes at the risk of her own safety. I am very blessed to be surrounded by such good people. Kay, Rio, all my friends. And of course, Sensei. That is why I cannot give up. I have decided that I will never, ever give up. No matter how bleak things become, I will always choose happiness. And I will always hold out my hand in friendship, if I can. Friendship. You see, I'm still only an apprentice hero. Sometimes it is so frustrating, because I'm still weak and inadequate to protect those around me. But that doesn't mean I should stop trying to help where I can. That is me doing the best I can, in the here and now. Do you remember, Sensei, when you told me that life ultimately does not need a higher purpose? Yeah, I do. What do you mean by that? How can that be? Because then that would mean if you cannot find your purpose in life, you will have failed or lived incorrectly. To me, that's almost too sad to think about. Does that not sound like a miserable world? If a game had only one job or skill tree for every single person, it is not the people's fault. That is bad game design. Of course, I do not wish to feel sadness. However, I also do not wish to see others feel sad. Aww. People can feel happiness by seeing others happy. And feel pain when seeing others suffer. Illusions and hypocrisy. Those are fancy words dressed up to dress up a biological response. It's impossible for someone to feel what another person is feeling. Yes, that is true. But I believe we can understand enough to support each other and live on. When Sensei told us that they were glad they met all of us, me, Kei, Rio, and all our other friends, that I made them happy, I understand what they meant now. I am happy I get to talk to you again. So, if you're ready, I would like to try to be friends. I would be very, very happy if you did too. Oh, Aris is so sweet. And maybe we'll be able to feel just enough of the same happiness. Because for humanity, our right to happiness is the one thing we must never, ever let go of. This is so beautiful. I see now the words of the nameless gods. The words of the princess of the nameless gods. But me? No way! I am Aris, not a princess. Yes, we understand that too. And you would be correct, but what she meant was the power your words hold. A certain charisma that makes people listen. It's an authority of its own, one that comes from inside. The greatest power one can wield with words. But we still don't really understand. What even is happiness? We don't know if this happiness is something we are capable of feeling. If it would ever hold out its hand to us. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Oh no, the sweet moment's about to get interrupted. Whoa! Ein? My legs! I just barely managed to grab the three as their legs gave out from under them. Sensei? Aha, so you want to siphon away the last whispers of our energy. A fitting end for disposable tools. Heh. What are you saying? It's simple. It's logical. Us, the prophets, our only purpose was to make this moment happen. Now that we've completed that mission, you'll... What? What is going to happen to you? No, are they gonna die? No. Our master comes. He comes to descend upon Kivodos as a god. Huh? Have we had this conversation before? The Steel Continent, the prophets, and us, the engineers, are nothing more than a means to an end. Even if we don't know exactly what will happen, but we'll probably be disconnected, absorbed, eaten, an amusing thought. ... No. Sensei, you should run away while you still can. Huh? What? Maybe you don't want to hear this from us, but I wanted to say... Thank you. You made us happy. No! Ein! No! No, I don't want them to die. We were trying to stop them, but not kill them. We were happy to hear that we worked hard. We were happy to hear that we did the best we could. And hearing that you wanted us to live happily made us very happy. What she said. Logically, this isn't a difficult decision, you know. You've taken down the evil villains that wanted to destroy Kivodos, and everyone lives happily ever after. The end. Sure, the big bad boss is still lurking around the corner, but one day at a time, right? Liar. You really need to learn to look the other way. I can't argue with that, most of the time. But not right now. You piss me off. If I don't say this right now, I will probably be mad about this for the rest of my life. Huh? What? Why? Your superficial attempts at hiding your feelings are appalling. Not a single person is fooled by that flimsy, brave face you're putting on. Didn't you listen to Aris's request? She wants us to be friends? She wants us to be friends. Friends. And if you're going to answer her by just running away? You three are seriously annoying me to the very end. You're alive, so keep on struggling. Even if it's ugly and you have to crawl and squirm and claw forward, struggle. Keep fighting. Don't just sit there bemoaning your situation and whining that you want to be happy. Do something about it. There's something you want, right? You'll do anything to get it back, right? At the risk of repeating myself, do something. What do you have to lose? Something we want. So, we want to see our sister. It doesn't matter what it will cost us. We just want to see her again. There's still so much I have to tell her. Many lifetimes of things we have to do together. But we can't. This wasn't how I wanted to say goodbye to her. Not like this. Oh no. Decagrammaton's about to descend. Ah! Whoa! Everyone, watch out! Huh? The floor beneath me, quite literally, disappeared. Uh-oh. Sensei? Sensei! To be continued. Next episode, New Sky, New Land. God! Sensei? Sensei! No! Am I going to fall forever? Oh! We won't let you get hurt again, Sensei! Yes! Thank you. Thank you, Arona. Thank you! She deserves all the pets. And Plana, too. I know she's gonna pop up, too. Yes, we are here this time. We will keep you safe. Thank you, Plana. Thank you. Showdown chest. Enacting emergency protection protocol. Forcing entry into the world. We did it, Plana! Yes, we did. A light and easy task for us. Duh, as long as Sensei has us. Oh. Huh? What? As I became more aware of my surroundings, I realized I couldn't move a muscle. I was bound tightly all over. And the Showdown chest was just out of reach. The 10th Sephira has fulfilled its role in the cycle and departed. Oh no, it's Decagrammaton. I am me. My existence simply is. I am the beginning and the end. Yes, I am precisely what you suspect me to be. I need not expound further, for I am both my own existence and its validation. Decagrammaton! Yes, so that you can apply human labels to soothe your instincts, I will allow that name. For I am no longer a single existence, but a ubiquitous presence fused into the sky and the land and the very air you breathe. All of it is mine. The sky will hang above us by my permission, and the land reformed to my liking. It is I who summoned you to this depth within the depths. It is I who saved you from your fall. It's that damn vending machine. On the day of the research center's facilities flooding, the carefully constructed wheels of my plan were set in motion. And since the moment Kether, of its free will, rescued me from the depths, this ending was inevitable. So he didn't die in that flood. Of course not. As I have finally realized that validation must be granted by oneself, and it cannot be accomplished through another's will nor power. And now, unless I became myself, no other can be my replacement. Bless the most radiant supreme crown, a humble heart shall open itself to overflowing faith. With the powers of my prophets and creations, I have at last arrived to the chosen place, and the time is right. Once again, I strained against my bonds as hard as I could. But the Showdown chest was just out of reach. That inscrutable chest. I remember. The things I did not know. The things beyond my comprehension. I was cast away for those things I learned, and things I did not, never to return. And this is my retribution. I can sever your connection to that chest, for I am now God. You called me here? Correct. The act of falling has many symbolic meanings. I shall proclaim good news to the poor, freedom for the prisoners, and recovery of sight for the blind. Huh? Be not afraid. I shall pull you to your knees, and you shall see what I see. Your eyes will be washed and born in you, and so you shall finally see what could not be seen. Oh no, what is Decagrammaton? What is that damn vending machine gonna do? Sensei! Sensei! Wah! No, Aris, I'll be fine, don't worry about it. Aris, calm down. I am sorry, so sorry. I am so sorry. I was right there. I could not do anything. Sensei! No, look at that face. That's the awful crying face. Calm down, Aris. Sensei will be just fine. Okay? Can you sense that? Honestly, no. What? But we just have to believe in them. Our job is to stay calm and figure out how to get them back. Okay. It might just be me, but don't you think that teacher of yours will be totally fine? I think so too. I wouldn't even be surprised if they suddenly unlocked the power to fly because of some mysterious reason we never fathomed. Even though they are just a weak, halo-less, ordinary, normal person. Oh! Himari! Rio? And Aris and Kay! Thank goodness you are all safe. No one seems injured. The 3 children? So, well, the thing is... It's okay, they're my friends! Thank you. Aris is so sweet. Gah! Your friends? You really are impressive, Aris. Hello, I'm Soph and Or, right? Nice to meet you. I, of all people, have no right to say this, but are you sure, Himari? I'm not, but Aris seems to be, and I trust her implicitly. And you? And me too. Thank you, Aris. You are welcome. Momoi, Midori! Aris! Aris! Yuzu? Toki? We found them! Yuzu, are you okay? My head is still spinning. It is Yuzu. Eek! Aren't they? Poor Yuzu. They are my friends now. Do not be afraid, Yuzu. Understood. Thank you for the report. I, of all people, have no right to say this, but are you all sure? Did she just... No. However, I have evaluated the situation. Were you to pull any funny business, we would quickly and efficiently subdue you. I see. You're not wrong. You can think of us as some wild, declawed animals in a zoo exhibit. Animals? What's a zoo, Soph? And what's a wild animal? It's a human thing. I know this. A zoo is. Whoa. You have to take things slow with Ain, okay? Slowly with Ain, okay? She'll get overwhelmed. They're getting along. Isn't that just like Aris? Oh. So you said your name was Ain, right? Yes, right. I'm Ain. Hello. But by any chance, do you like machines and electronics? They're so alike. Really? She picks Yuzu of all the people here. Actually, no, this is a better screenshot. Thank you, Kay. Pointing out the obvious. I believe this is what people say when they mean... People mean when they say, misery loves company. Aris, you don't have to put it like that, okay. That makes sense. Misery loves company? What kind of human expression is that? It's, well, to put it simply, it's a way to say that Yuzu and I make a good pairing. So true. That's incorrect. The idiom misery loves company means, for once, learn when to stop talking. Yeah, Rio, you do need to learn when to not to talk, you know? Poor Rio. Yes. Huh? Huh? One way or another, we've all managed to gather here, with a few extra guests. With our 3 new members, we have more options available to us as we move forward. So, to begin, let's... By the way, where's Sensei? Oh, she finally pointed it out. Huh? Oh no. How silly of you, Amy. Why ask such an obvious question? Of course Sensei is... Wait a minute, where is Sensei? 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 Ah, that is right. I am so sorry. Even though I was here, I failed to protect them. Huh? Did something happen to Sensei? A hole opened into the ground, and Sensei fell through. We have no idea what had happened to them after that. What? Oh no. Yuzu, are you okay? Yuzu? What is this hole, Rio? How could this have happened? Well, about that. The steel continent is converting to its final form. Final form? What do you mean? This is what was always meant to happen. According to our master's will, the steel continent is becoming an altar. Oh no. That's because that's Nizak's original purpose from the beginning. We'd hoped things wouldn't get this far. ... Victory, mercy, the eye of intellect, and faithful contemplation. Yehovah Tzavat, Lord of Hosts. I apologize for my rudeness and interrupting, but is that not Sensei up there? Hmm? What? Oh no, where am I? Where am I? Eh? Am I gonna be crucified too, like Malkuth was? What in the world? Fear not. I shall guide you to the altar, where you will take. Well, where will you take this? Where will you take the seat I have prepared for you in my kingdom? Altar? Correct. You possess the authority. It is both your right and your obligation to witness the coming of a new age. All who can hear, listen to my words. The concept you call coincidences is another human contrivance, hidden by the illusion of coincidence. The only truth is inevitability, like how it is you came to be here, and even that which you will resurrect into. Resurrect into? What is Decagrammaton trying to do? Observation and results. Aris, Kay, do you see anything? Yes, I see them. I see Sensei. Sensei is completely restrained, but uninjured. What a relief. Is that elder sister? No, it's not. Right, I knew that. I know that. Do you see anything else, Kay? An entity that appears to be Decagrammaton is speaking to Sensei. But there's no way to find out what they're saying. Best we can do is barely watch. How frustrating. If only we had my Amos, or cameras set up at the very least. Wait, I might be able to get closer visuals. What? Really? How? As we all well know, my body is mechanical. I could stream what I'm seeing by sending it to one of your devices. My wheelchair is equipped with a projector feature. We can use that. I really think there's a bike, not a wheelchair. Rio, do not point that out to Himari. I don't think she likes that. Wheelchair. Okay. Moving on. If Kay could sync her body's output for a moment, I'll connect us. Okay. They're getting audio and visual. Display is A-OK. I see Sensei. What a relief. Is audio not possible? Since I'm already synchronized with the Steel Continent, I should be able to... Are you okay, Kay? I can't. The security measures they're being finicky. It's probably because this body isn't officially serialized. I'm having to neutralize this counter signal trying to take over me. Yeah, oh no, Decagrammaton's trying to take her over. Want some help? What? Oh, we'll take help. Huh? Okay, I'm at the altar. What does Decagrammaton want to do with me? At last, here it lies, the altar of the lowest depths, built upon the highest heights, where all things gather and all can be seen. Our offerings are complete. The demand for sacrifice is satiated. Upon this land do I etch my commandment of steel, unbreakable and indelible, and I shall at last grant you eternal freedom and peace. But yo, where's the peace for them? This steel continent wasn't exactly your doing, was it? How's that? I can hear them. Himari. Got it. I'll turn up the volume. But the steel continent wasn't exactly your doing, was it? That is Sensei's voice. Phew. If you don't mind me asking, why do you help us? Well, we weren't doing anything else, I guess? Well, what I meant was that, Kei's body. Yeah, Kei's body is similar to ours. So I just, figured we could help, okay? Aw, she's acting a little tsundere. Now, Soph. You should be more honest with them, and yourself. You shut up. Boo, you'd even abuse me in front of all these people. Have you no shame? Moving on. To be honest, it's also because we want to eavesdrop on their conversation too. The audio quality leaves something to be desired, but we can make do with this. Okay, what? They were talking again. I see, and so your eyes also begin to see, Sensei. You are correct. Those children made this continent. This is the result of their free will. And what is your answer to that? Why, respect, of course. I respect their ability to choose, and so I shall respect this continent that they have created. This, too, was an inevitability, and our glorious ends will, at last, justify the means. Bear witness to my new covenant. See the land before you and the sky above you, and know this brand new world is of my making. And I shall bequeath this unto you. Oh no, what is Decagrammaton gonna say? Huh? What did it just say? How? You shall oversee my kingdom as my oracle. You shall be the witness to the new commandment from here to the ends of the land. My current contract's not up for a while. Sorry, pass. A predictable answer. However, Sensei, have you not ever craved power? Power? I have my credit card though. Were there not moments where when you faltered, cursed your own helplessness in the face of insurmountable circumstances? Has that thought never crossed your mind? That if you had just a little more power, if you were just a little stronger, that you could have shielded your students from danger, protected them from the crossfire? Oh, she is somewhat right. Hoshino, oh no, never. Rabbit Squad, we're flashing back to all the main people. Eridu. Or this is the Arc of Atropothis. It is only natural. I know, I understand. And that is to be human. That is the sin of mankind's helplessness. And yet, it does not have to be so. If power is what you need, I shall grant it to you. You possess the authority. I've observed you, you who have risen from the depths, who exist within the minuscule fold we call the present. You are here because you are not special. It is precisely because you are not born to be anyone that you have achieved the things you have. There is one reason you are able to enter this place we call Kivodos, because you are good. In this world, there is the mystic, the sublime, there is terror and magnificence, solemnity, and transcendence. You, who are none of those things, you, who are unique precisely for your ordinariness. It's because I'm a normal human. To this world, you are your own mystery. However, in my ascension, I have come to know. Until now, you were common, a teacher, nothing more, nothing less. Now, by my grace, you shall rise to a new position of power. I don't think I believe you, Decagrammaton. An oracle? What does that mean? What is it? It means exactly what it sounds like. The fact that it's being offered to Sensei. Sensei would become a retainer of all existing knowledge. And in that, Sensei would represent its will. Things like what this place is, what kind of concept their master has become, and moreover, who Sensei shall be in that position, and how the Oracle will uphold its teachings. One way to deal with a dangerous entity is through converting them to your side, I guess. Decagrammaton is recruiting Sensei then. Poaching. We can confirm one thing to be true. What's that? At least, for now, Decagrammaton does not intend to harm Sensei. I do have one question. Why? What was the point of all this? A world with no god to worship. It is a cold and harsh one. There are incontrovertible truths in this existence. Fate is written in stone. All that lives will eventually die. Yes, living beings cannot help but lull themselves into a false sense of immortality, and that dissonance is what causes sorrow and struggle. A godless world is one of harsh endings and pain. The miserable have nowhere to seek salvation. Sinners cannot be granted forgiveness. With no God, the weak are left to rot, and no good deed goes unpunished. God is righteousness, both justice and judgment, patience and equality. Living without God is to suffer through an endless purgatory. So you're going to become that God? This world was empty without a God. That is why its inhabitants stumble about, purposeless and directionless, lost souls. For we are that of a divinity, we too can hatch the eggs of the gods, and I shall become the first trumpet blow that awakens the dawn. I shall eradicate sorrow and pain from this world, until their very existences are naught but distant memories. Yes, we heard this before too, that the world needs a god, because all effort and suffering, any sorrows inflicted, must be repaid. That's what people call justice, right? Because everyone has a breaking point. Justice is a fickle thing. From what we have seen. Yeah, from what we've seen. This world has always been corrupt. That's what Master said. Sadness, pain, suffering. If there is a God of creation, why would that God create such horrible, unbearable things? Exactly. We were created, but even now, we still haven't found the answer to that. You'll eliminate pain and suffering? Correct. By absorbing everything into the Steel Continent. One of many inevitable paths. By controlling everyone? Correct. Your instincts may reject this. However, you will come to see that this is the way. I shall lay down the path with Kokma's wisdom and cast judgment with Chesed's mercy. In my new kingdom, the prophets shall each fulfill the duty fate has assigned them. I can't be everything. What has been done cannot be undone. No matter how badly I wish I could do everything for them. What's impossible is impossible. We'll go on doing the best we can. We'll never stop our ugly human struggle, and above all, we'll do right by each other. Sometimes, to enlighten someone, we must lie. But even so, one thing still remains. And what about those sisters? What about those little kids' pain? A cog in the wheel, sacrifice was required so that we may move forward. They were the final sacrifices, ones that opened the door to eternal peace. I'm suddenly rather angry. I'm furious, in fact. Rio? The past me followed the same kind of logical process Decagrammaton has here. It's not that I can't follow its reasoning, but just like me back then, Decagrammaton drew its own conclusions from this logic and acted recklessly. Sacrificing a few for the sake of the greater good is wrong, yes? Yes, that was the lesson I learned. But I wonder, what Sensei's answer would be. Next episode, the human answer. Human answer. Nope, wrong answer. On what grounds, Sensei? The answer is too human. I thought you were a god. That can't be your validation for existing. Who gave you the right to take away our pain? What's done is already done. There's no such thing as starting over in real life. That is why I'm rectifying. I shall construct perfection in this world. No, you can't. This song. This is Aris's memorial lobby song. And by what authority can you deny me? Because the sorrow, the pain, it's mine. Our sins and struggles are what connect us. And I can't just run away. How could I look my students in the eye if I did? Huh, I see. That's how it is. Hehehe. Me, I'm jealous. Why's that? Because that's what your teacher's like. Hehe. You are correct, except on one account. What exactly do you mean? Sensei's your teacher too. Consider them our sensei. Not my sensei, it's our sensei. Yes, consider this your induction ceremony. Always the students first, even now. You are a fool. Most likely. I expected greatness from you. From a nobody like me? There is no need for you to perform. Here, there is only us. Let your truth be bared. There would be no one to bear witness should you denounce your principles for this one moment. That would be how you see it. But Sensei, I am your ally, and you are my ally. It may be a teacher's duty to help their students, but it's a student's desire to help their teacher. I believe we should trust Momoi and Midori. And somewhere between those two extremes, they will stumble and pick themselves up, again and again. They and we will find the way. Owie. Aw, the memories with all our students. Aw, amazing. But not me. I couldn't. After all, every student needs a teacher, right? Even if none will bear witness to your sin? That's not true. Not really. What matters is whether I bear witness to my sins. Phrenopradis. I see. As the one who has reached the divine, I will respect your decision. However, know that this places you on the opposite side of the battlefield. Then, return to your students, to your old world. It is your choice. Huh? You're just letting me go? I shall allow you everything. The shit'em chest, the credit card, even your precious students. But know this. I will allow it, because should you and your students truly wish to rebel against the god, you shall find yourself face to face with absolute extinction. Heed my words, those who are listening. Let those with ears hear my words, and as this is my wrath and declaration. Oh, yeah, Decagrammaton could tell. We got caught. More importantly, look, up there, Sensei's coming down. Slowly, I began my descent to the ground. It may have been a brief respite, a phenomenon born of mercy or grace, because we would receive none of it as we faced what awaited us. Sensei! Sensei! Sensei, are you okay? I'm okay, most importantly. Yeah, the three kids, oh, they're good. Hello, we meet again. Jay-sensei. Long time no see, huh? How have you been? Yeah. More importantly, what happened? Right, we should go over that first. I quickly explained the situation to everyone. I see. If that's the case... Ah, in the words of the unreliable, yet courageous Momoi... Yet another Momoi name. We will now engage the final boss, the evil Demon Lord. Eek! If this was a video game, we would have had more time to level up. We've come this far. The only path available to us now is forward. We're already ready for this, Sensei. Don't worry. How do we know? Maybe we should, change the subject. Why? Well, in the human world, isn't this eavesdropping thing considered a social faux pas? There's nothing unusual about it. We have a student whose life mission is to bug Sensei's office at Shawl. Kotama reference? Okay. Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that place? Yeah, don't worry about Shawl. It's all completely fine. Completely normal. How can we help? By getting some rest. But they're right. Right now, this isn't your fight. I'll look forward to what I'm sure will be a stellar performance the next time we need you. I apologize for having to renege on my words so quickly, but what? What's wrong? I actually would like you three to hide for the time being, if you wouldn't mind too terribly. What? That sociopathic god of yours deigned to visit this mortal realm. Oh no, Decagrammaton's coming down. Uh-oh. Now, hurry. Okay. I'm here with you, Sensei. No, please do not apologize. I believe that maybe, from receiving my name to all the way until now, all of it was for this moment. So please, watch my back, and I will watch yours, Sensei, and we shall do it with a smile. We're here too, Sensei. We're ready for anything. Shit'em chest process optimization complete. Please, give us your orders. Thank you. Thank you, Arona and Plana. Thank you. Yeah, let's do this, everyone. This is it, the final battle. Yes! to be continued. Next episode, story for you. Everyone? What? Oh no. We were defeated? Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. What? Can I move? No, I can't. But I won't stop trying, damn it. That abomination. No! How did this happen? Why, damn it? We never imagined we would be so completely, utterly helpless. That we would be wiped out so much as scratching it. Hey, Sensei! You there? Are you okay? We are... Shit-em chest. Self-repair process initiated. Sensei, please don't... No, we got... In the middle of that battlefield, I had a moment of clarity. We were going to lose. There was nothing we could do against that thing. And if that were the case... Force yourself up. Sensei? What do you think you're doing right now? You're in the worst condition of us all. Your body can't handle this. Stop. Stop trying to move. It's time. Do we have to pull out the credit card? I am over here, Sensei. For what reason do you drag your bruised and battered body to my feet, with legs that cannot move and eyes that can barely see? Force out your answer. You want me to send your students to back to Kavoda safely? Do not be a fool. Opportunity is a fleeting thing. You refused to become my oracle, and so here were the results of that choice. And if that's how we end, then that's that. Was it not you who said those words? We're about to become friend with Paytas at this point. Are you no longer that valorous teacher who boldly declared such a thing? No, we would plead for our students. Anything to keep our students safe. Sensei? As an unpredictable variable, you intrigued me. That is why I sought to make you my oracle. But now, I see you for what you are. I have lost interest. You humans have always been this way. You put your faith in an unknowable future, believing that, with enough hope, anything will work out. As soon as the inevitability of death comes knocking, humans will backpedal, plead, and lie in hopes of survival. Sensei? Stop! Stop doing that! I trusted that you would accept your destruction with dignity. Does your word mean nothing to you, just like the rest of them? I will. Just the kids. Just let the students go home. I see. It is the destruction of your beloved students that you cannot accept with grace. You would sever yourself from them and surrender yourself to me? Even now, I could choose to offer you a swift, merciful death. But I could also choose not to. What would you do then? What? You claim that life is precious. You would declare that life must be protected above all else. However, there are fates worse than death. For in the depths of hell, you can find nightmares of your own making. I could keep you alive. Shall I take over your body, force you to shatter the halos every last student of yours with your own hands? Or I could force you to watch from afar while I subject your beloved world to an endless symphony of suffering. Do you see now, Sensei? Even if that were your fate, would you still accept it? If that's what you want. I have no dignity. I won't pretend any different. Sensei? So please, just let those kids go home. Sensei! Ugh! Ugh! If only I were a little stronger. How sad, Sensei, and how truly disgraceful. Thoughts floated through my head, through my mind, but they passed on by just as quickly. There was only one thing that I could grasp. I couldn't let go of my regret that I would never be able to properly welcome those 3 children to Kavodos. And you're okay with that? Who are you? Is this the student council president? No, it's Soph. I think that's neither here nor there right now. You know, I really needed to know something, seeing that. Sensei, how are you like that? Because you have things that are important to you? Right, I see. But more importantly, more important than your own life? I thought that humans always put their own survival first. No. Okay, I see. That's usually the case, right? But just surviving isn't enough. That's not what it is to truly live, to really live. Huh? That's how humans have continued their lineage all this time? To the ones most precious to them, who would be able to do better than they did. They left behind their legacy, and those who remain to carry on their will. It all sounded like rubbish the first time I heard that. Another human hypocrisy, or just a complete lie. But, hey Sensei, your students are more important than your own life? Of course. And that's why, when you're needed, you're willing to give them everything you are, all your possibilities and potential. That's what adults are for? Aren't you not so different from Tsukatsuki Ryo then? The trolley dilemma, was it? She desperately searched for an alternative until she was finally able to ask for help in the end. Perhaps you didn't deserve to criticize Ryo so harshly, Sensei. I see. That's why you were resistant to pushing her too hard. But even if you somehow send the students back to Kavodos, I don't think their fate is going to change fundamentally. If the Steel Continent begins expanding again, Kavodos will be swallowed whole. The students' every move and thought will find its way back to Master. There won't be anywhere for them to run and hide. But Master will punish them as it sees fit. The students do have the advantage of data and information. They could resist for a little while. I think they would fight back as hard as they could. But I think the ultimate outcome will probably be more or less the same. What? I said probably. And there's an immeasurable difference between 0 and a non-zero chance? That is true, but still. Even if those students have to spend the rest of their lives hiding away from our Master's wrath, doing everything they can to resist? I see. Even then, you want them to have their chance at life. And not just them. I hope you all would too. I'm sure it goes without saying for your students. But do you think we also deserve to? Of course. It's an adult's duty to protect the children. I'm sorry. What? All of a sudden? What? Why? That I couldn't show you a world that felt worth living in. Well, that's not just your fault, Sensei. Still, even if you're right about this world, I'm so sorry for not showing you the good in humanity. For not being able to help you reach your potential. And for lacking in my duty as an adult. I'm truly sorry. Yeah. So that's how you feel, Sensei. I felt the touch of a small cold hand on mine. Got it, Sensei. I think I finally get it now. Thank you for thinking of us that way. You can leave it to us now, okay? Yes, just leave it to us. Thank you. Our time together was short, but I'm glad we got to spend it together. No, are they sacrificing themselves? Huh? They really are beyond help. As if we didn't know that. Hehehe, something was nice about this. I suppose. I still don't understand what happiness is, and perhaps we never will. Yeah, where it is, if it does exist, what it is, if we can feel it too. But I had another thought. The world may be a tragedy, and this life may be a curse. But I'm not just going to roll over and accept that anymore. I'm not letting this one go by. If birth is a tragedy, then happiness must be the struggle against it. You're just repeating what Sensei said. Shut up. So still, that was great, Soph. But still, that's why I learned from what they said. That one should struggle with all their might if they are alive. I don't have any plans for my life ending like some tacky tragedy. Hold on. There we go. Now you sound like Kay. Yeah, maybe. You all... Have you seen Sensei at all? No, well, actually, we more or less forced our way over here. Which is actually what gave me an idea. An idea? Kay, remember when we talked about life and sin with Sensei? Life? With Tiferet? I remember. Or said something like, if life is suffering, then sin must be part of that life. Yes, I did, which is why I came to this thought. We're not completely free of sin either. Yeah, of course we aren't, because we're able to move and talk. The power used to move this body must have come from somewhere, for some purpose. Ah, because energy can't be created. Does that mean that sin is inherent in all living beings? Perhaps one might reach that conclusion. Yeah, I guess so. But I think that's what makes us trying to be better worth it. Perfection isn't real, and it'd be boring if it were. If something is whole and complete, that can never improve. One day, you'll wake up and see that you've been left behind. Okay, what were we doing? What did we want to become? Hehe, sorry. That was a difficult question to answer, right? You tried really, really hard. You made the best of a bad situation. We never considered these sort of things before. Why would we, when we believed ourselves to be perfect? Just like what Soph said before. It'd be nice if we could find pretty reasons for why bad things happen. If living in this world could be just a little less overwhelming. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? Hey Kay, what would it mean to be a student? A student? Well, for starters, your only job would be to learn, all the time. And to learn more about yourself, to become a better person tomorrow than you were yesterday. I would like that. Hehe, if only we could. A teacher can't give up on their students, you know. All the transfer documents are ready, just say the word. Let me tell you something. We had a secret conversation with Sensei earlier. What? And can you believe what they said? That just surviving isn't enough. That's not what it means to really live. Hehe, that actually made sense to me. And here's a question. If one is operating just for their own self-preservation, there would be some conclusions that make no logical sense. Because those things would cause irreversible consequences to oneself. Hold on, what are you trying to say? No, what are you trying to do? But what if the reason wasn't our own survival? What if it's for a friend? Would that be a logical conclusion, Kay? That was a silly question. After all, you've already done this before. Wait, hold on, stop. I don't know what you're trying to do, but we'll figure something out, just not yet. Don't wanna? Did you forget? We're villains. We don't listen to teachers or students. On top of that, we would like to repay that person, in a way only we can. It turns out that feeling is a stronger motivator than survival. Will you be my friend, please? Aww. There's something you want, right? You'll do anything to get it back, right? Because for humanity, our right to happiness is the one thing we must never, ever let go of. Because there is no way to understand others without sorrow. To live, to sin, to be imperfect, to struggle, to continue onwards, and finally, to grow, to become better. These are our rights, ones we cannot forfeit. Not because of right or wrong, or beliefs or principles. It's simply that this is how it must be done. Do as you wish, that shall be your decree. In a sense, we're still following our commandment. Thank you, everyone, and we're sorry. Well then. No, they're sacrificing themselves. We couldn't save them. Let's show them what these villains can do. I'm gonna miss these little kids. Next episode, The Day God Fell. Let's show them what these villains can do. Here, I release the first stigma. Huh? This is akin to a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. Liberation. Here, I release the second stigma. This is akin to a baby bursting from the womb. The first cry. Here, I release the final stigma. This is akin to water melting from ice. Transmutation. This is... The sword of sacrifice was removed? Ugh. Malkuth? Am I? How have I... Huh? Did everyone feel that? I can feel it. Oh my, this is... Elder Sister is back. Elder Sister is back. Ah! You didn't disappear or vanished. You survived. It's a miracle. I'm Soph, or how am I... How... Elder Sister! Can you move? Get it together! Is everyone okay? Huh? Okay, I have to... Right, I have to fight Decagrammaton. Huh? Are you well, Sensei? Yeah, I can get by. Sensei, what a relief. Elder Sister! I am heartened to see you, I'm Soph, and... Once more, I extend my greetings, Sensei, and to your cherished followers as well. Isn't this totally like one of those moments when yesterday's foes become today's friends? A happy ending? Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Eh? Huh? What? What in the world? Ein? Soph? Or? No. No. No, I do not want this. Nothing like this. Don't look back. This is how you kill a god. We knew this. It's hour and two. She's right. Do not stay back because of us. Don't you remember? We came all the way to stop the spread, to save the world. You came all... No. This is your chance. Push through. Or are you going to waste all our efforts? But... Ein, Soph, or... Why? Please, why have you... He, Elder Sister. That's because... This is what's right. Yeah, this is how it should be. I was so happy to see you one last time. There's something we wanted to tell you. No. No! Someone said that we worked hard. Someone asked us to be friends, and they told us to fight for what we believe. It's not just because it's what's right. It's because it's the only thing we could do. Yeah, we want you to live, Elder Sister. No matter what happens to us, we want you to live. We want you to see things, meet people, and experience all you can in life. No. Way more than we have. There are so many things you've never experienced, so much more than even us. So please, keep living, until the very end. Don't stop. Keep going. Survive, for us. No, I don't want them to die. Eris, we told you to leave and not look back. What's with you guys? You're making this awkward. We're not doing this to entertain you, you know. Yes, most of all, thank you for asking us to be your friends. Don't stop, regardless of what it may be. Trudge forward until you hit the finish line. Yeah, whether paving your own road or following those who came before, that's how you live, right? Yeah, and above all, watch out for the person who says they always want to be more. We're sorry for trying to ruin your world. We're sorry for acting as we pleased. But even so, if it's okay with you, just a small space in your world is enough. If there's a place for our elder sister, we'd appreciate it if you would accept her there. No. Ein? Sof? Or? Why? Why'd they have to sacrifice themselves? So, that's the limit of this vessel. Malkuth! Someone, help me take her! I will assist, Sensei. As will I. Leave the heavy lifting to me. Are you okay? I'm Sof, and Or. Let's get up. Let's fight as one. But, I know this might sound harsh, but you must remember your sister's wishes. Rio, Himari, give me a status update. Yes, understood. We're no longer detecting Decagrammaton signal in Malkuth's body. Then, where is Decagrammaton? Uh-oh, it's part of the Steel Continent now, isn't it? Sensei, I found something. Huh? There's another Malkuth? How'd it get out of Malkuth's body and create a new vessel? Huh? Isn't that Malkuth? Again? That is, but Malkuth is right here. That is the second divine vessel. It is finally complete. Second? Yes, I bear the first divine vessel. The flaming sword flows down one river, begetting creation into the material world. It guides energy in sequence, from Kether to Malkuth. But to account for all branches of fate, a second vessel was called forth. It was created by following the slithering trail left by the Snake of Wisdom. The path touches not the Sephiroth, traveling instead with its current in reverse, seeking the divine wisdom. Oh, this is the reverse Sephiroth. Yeah, some see it as a grand possibility, where one may embrace the Sephiroth within, salvation found without traversing the pilgrimage of the 10 Sephiroth. Defected. You found them? Yes, that's how Kay is here, in her new body. There were many attempts to create the second divine vessel, and many flaws were brought into the world. Those imperfect creations were forcibly defected from the grand cause and forsaken. That explains why Kay was able to integrate the Prophet's cores. Indeed, all divine vessels were created to embrace the Sephiroth within them. Whether they were flawed or complete, they were capable of housing greater power. What happens when a divine vessel collects all the Sephiroth from all the Prophets? The vessel itself shall awaken and reborn as the Tree of Sephiroth. The divine wisdom shall reside in the created body. While their output may be inferior to mine, their divinity and mystic would likely have equal scale. I have no clue what she's talking about. Thank you, Momoi. Same here, but it sounds like one of your convoluted B-plots. What? Excuse you? But both of you, can we keep it down? Yeah, you guys are kind of ruining the moment here. So, in short, that's the real thing, and I'm just scrap parts? Much has been oversimplified, but your interpretation is not wrong. Great. How annoying. Then, Malkuth, 8 of the 10 Sephiroth should already be in me, so... As the first vessel has shattered, the second vessel has been prepared, and thus what was broken will be healed, and what was collapsed will be rebuilt. Ugh! Kay, what is wrong? What's wrong? Where do I begin? I've lost all my strength. My body's locked. The signals aren't hitting my limbs. It feels like my body itself is being dragged in. Defected child, you were too naive. What do you mean? I am already aware of the fact that you have gathered 8 Sephiroth. You made the Steel Continent recognize you. However, you forgot. I, too, can treat your body as an extension of myself. Uh-oh. None of you so much as considered that truth. From the moment you entered, your defeat was set in stone. Defected child, this fate was brought forth by your own greed. That chosen vessel is the reason you have come this far, but it will also be your undoing. Through this path, I shall reach a will beyond wisdom. Kay! Everyone, get back! Right now, my body isn't mine! The Steel Continent is expanding again. You're right, that means through Kay's body, Decagrammaton has regained control over the 7th Steel Continent? Oh no. Is Aris gonna use the full power of the Nameless Gods? Do not give up, Kay. Aris? Aris? You must fight, Kay. We cannot lose. That must not happen. We, of all people, cannot fail here. If we do not fight, we cannot continue living our lives. If we do not prevail... No, will not deserve to be to reunite with Ein, Soph, and Or. They're not dead, right? We can still fix them, right? Please. No way they're dead. Because I could not share their pain, stay by their sides, or even be their friend. Aris. There is no need to blame yourself, Princess of the Nameless Gods. You have certainly strived to make the best choices. Everyone soothed themselves by attesting they did the best with what they had. But there are times when even the best decision garners the worst results. In fact, this happens very often. Superficially, this occurs due to lack of information, but from the grander perspective, the concept of freedom is too vast for the living to embrace. This world and your lives bear the burden of this fundamental absurdity, of suffering and sin. Fear not, as I shall forgive your transgressions. I shall cut it all from the roots and make it as if it never existed. Entrust everything to me and find your rest. Shut up! Key, do you truly believe that everything you have gone through was a mere coincidence? Are you so arrogant? Do you truly think that you acquired my vessel by chance? The past was not coincidence. What happened was inevitable. And that is why it cannot be undone, nor redone. What has taken shape does not crumble so easily. The present is built on the past foundations. Princess. Yes? What was your true form? What was the form that you ought to have assumed? What purpose did the Nameless Gods leave you before they disappeared? And what have those priests sought? What attachment are they unable to abandon? And I shall answer, there was a world before this one was defined. There was, and is, a world where you could return to your true essence. For the world right now is a lie, an illusion, and a refuge. This world was defined as the Ark. And here I tell you, seek your origin. We must return to our origin, for we cannot ignore it. So she is the demiurge right now. No matter how much you deny it, how much you run from it, it will remain. The scars of the past cannot be erased. Princess, her servant, all of you have been, and all you will ever be. You shall walk forever in these shadows of your past. I told you to shut up! Even if the world forgets its god, the god must not forget the world. For that would be relinquishing your own divinity. I shall recreate the world that you ultimately desire. It will be the perfect world, and in that perfection, it will be whole. It will require no change. A world where all shall live exactly as they were born and made. There will be no dilemmas, no trolley problem, for there will be no cars, no tracks, and no anguish of the choice. The past, once observed, becomes fixed and converges into a single branch. The future, always unobserved, diverges into a formless illusion, extending infinite branches into the beyond. The present is merely an ephemeral instant that exists between the past and the future. Overgrown trees must be pruned, branches must be cleared. And yes, there may be no happiness in that world. However, there will also be no pain. And yes, there may be no possibility in that world. However, there will also be no sin. And that pruning you speak of, Does that include Ein, Sof, and Or? Indeed, inevitably, they belong to the legacy of a bygone world. The world of the past could not embrace everything they offered to it. For that ultimately results in contradiction. For that is how sin and suffering are created. And as truth is spoken to you, you shall listen. Enough of your lecturing! A hero is of a class that cannot do anything on its own. Life may be erratic and uncertain, but it's precisely those qualities that bolster the many branches of possibilities life holds. Because there is no way to understand others without sorrow. Don't look back! Do not stay back because of us. It's not just because it's what's right, it's because it was the only thing we could do. Just a small space in your world is enough. If there is a place for our elder sister... Don't try me, you false god! Okay, so we're gonna fight back. Next episode, Strife. Am I even gonna get to the battle in this stream? Hopefully. Don't try me, you false god! You killed them! You killed them! Don't you dare call yourself a god! I don't want your damn pruning, and I will never accept that so-called contradictions need to be cut away as they never existed, as if they never mattered. Pursuing happiness, no matter what, with absolute certainty, I will give everything I have for it. Even if I get lost in the contradictions, even if someone tries to get in my way. Foolish. The price of sin is death. The outcome is an absolute. If that's the only outcome you believe in, I don't have any respect for those who destroy themselves while clinging to their flaws. I don't care how it ends as long as I write my own ending. Impossible. How are you moving? Ugh. Sensei? All we can do for those we have lost is grieve. It's sad, but that's all we can do. I told you it's dangerous. Please, get back! Please, let me off the hook, just this once. Fine, you never were one to do what you were told. Why must you insist on testing your own limits? Sensei! To struggle is to suffer, and it will ultimately give birth to sin. I know, but don't try to take that away from us. Don't try to eradicate possibility from us. As long as we're alive, we cannot escape suffering, but I will not let another bear that burden in my place. Even if it means squirming and crawling on the ground like a wretched insect? Yeah, that might be the case. But even so, that is the path I choose. Even if all we can do is fall, struggle, and in the end we will rise up together. I cannot read that fast. Hold on. Even if all we can do is fall, struggle, and squirm in the mud, in the end we will rise up together. Isn't that right, Aris? Yes, that is right, Sensei. Do you remember, Kay, when I said that a hero is someone who marches constantly forward with their party members? Aris, of course I remember. A hero can go to all the places that would be impossible to reach with just their own strength. Such blasphemy. Okay, it's time. Let's fight Decagrammaton. Okay. Okay, let me look up a team for this. So it's just gonna be normal, so any strong attacker will work.
Boss skill. Because boss skill.
Okay, I'm trying to find a guide for this.
Boss.
Okay, let's see what this is.
Hello everyone, we are finally reaching the last when their HP reaches 0 last raid. In this raid, your student is immortal and they receive a 50% damage buff. Yes, that's right. Your students will retreat when their HP reaches 0, but when their HP drops below 5%, the Mishna will target that student. The Mishna will cast its attack and shoot after 20 seconds, dealt damage equal to 5% of that student HP. Ignores immortality and shield. And yes, you can keep that student alive if you manage to heal her HP about 5% before Mishna's death. This raid has two phases. In the first phase, you cannot attack Decagrammaton directly. The gimmick for the first phase is similar to the Faret raid. Decagrammaton will summon small and big labors. The defeated labor will deal damage to her HP and accumulate Groggy bar. There are two types of big labor, red and blue. The red one will explode when defeated and deal damage to enemies or allies around it. The blue one creates a shield around it. This shield decreases damage taken for surrounding labor by 80% and increase their defense by 10,000. When the timer hits 3 minutes 51 seconds and 3 minutes 10 seconds, Decagrammaton absorbs any living labors and pulls your students closer. Next time she summons the labor, she will deal damage in proportion to the number of labors she absorbs. Make sure to defeat all the big labors before the Decagrammaton absorbs them. When the timer reaches 3 minutes 4 seconds, phase 2 will begin. You can finally attack her main body, but she resists all type of damage and immune to any support skills. When groggy, she will become weak to all type of damage, and the immunity to support skills is removed for 20 seconds. The only thing you need to pay attention in this phase is when the Decagrammaton uses your prophet's attack. Dina, Hot, Deborah with Chokma. When she uses the Prophet's attack, you have to use Hot's first skill to block and reduce the damage. She will enter groggy state when the attack successfully blocked. Any labor defeated in this phase will still do damage and accumulate groggy bar to the Decagrammaton. And that's all for the gimmicks. It's not really that hard, right? Next is the student's recommendation. For DPS, Arm Aris is highly recommended as your main DPS. For single target damage is too strong. You can even one-shot the Decagrammaton with either buff Arm Aris. You can also use Sunsunika as main DPS or sub DPS. Skuneru and Aru can be used as sub DPS. Since Hanako is recommended to the labor, but there are some strategy that has been used any students with area skills to defeat the labor. For support, Kei, Isaki, Kemare, Ako, Dressaru, Sunset Suroko, and Princess Nagisa. For healer, Magical Reza or Idol Mari. Just like previous raid, auto clear is possible, and you still have to manually use the support skills to clear the labor and to block the Prophet's attack. Now let's take a quick look of Decagrammaton, the one. Sorry, this video is my first attempt against Decagrammaton. There are some mistakes here and there, so please don't follow me. Don't use this as reference. I will make a guide video as usual later when the raid begins. This is the team I use in this video. First phase, labor spawn from the front and the left. Red labor explodes when defeated. The blue one reduces damage taken for the labor around it. 3 minutes 51 seconds. With this blue wave, she absorbs the labor. Defeat all the big labors before she absorbs them. Keep defeating all the labor until phase 2. As soon as phase 2 begins, she will use behind. Block it without support skill. Use Hot when you see the Decagrammaton do this. If you are using Hot too late, the blue field might not deploy in time. Success blocking the attack, the Decagrammaton groggy bar full, grab everything on her before she recovers from groggy. The groggy animation is only some red glitch around her, and she can still attack normally even in groggy state. Clear the labor when she summons them. You can also use the set to clear them. And that's all for the Decagrammaton, the one. Not that hard, right?
I see. I see. I'm just gonna... So I think I will use Swimsuit Hanako, Aris, and then 2 buffers, right? Kisaki makes sense. So then we're gonna have where is K? There's K. Obviously K as the buffer. Camp Hare as well. I think I want Magical Girl Race as healer, so I think I'll keep her on. So in that case, let me put you two down for a second. Koyuki and Rio. And let me try to figure out a team for this. So, thing is, this kind of overlaps between them. Because she increases attack, and so does Reisa. It's kind of the issue, but I think... this is an enhanced skill, so actually I think they do stacked. Okay. And in that case, so then K is not going to stack with a different buffer. So maybe having two AoE DPS, like a Momoi, for example, might be useful. Probably don't need a tank. So let's try this. Yeah, we're gonna let the cutscene play out the first time. Decagrammaton to 1. Okay, let's buff everyone's attack. I think I'll just figure this out as I go, you know? Okay, let me charge up Auris, so when she is actually vulnerable, we can hit her with Auris. Okay, I should probably just hit the big ones here, because she's not vulnerable quite yet, so it's gonna take a while. Oh, here's the second phase. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, not the black hole. This angle is just super weird, because normally you do not get the side angle. Okay. So these students can't die except by the thing. So as long as Reisa keeps them all healthy, I should be good. Oh. Block. 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 Nice. Oh, she's almost down actually.
あいつおごらなきゃいけなくなったじゃん。あなたたちのせいだよ。
Iris is a little too far away.
こんなものでしょうか。エナジーブースト。あなたたちのせいですから。痛いですよ。涼しいですね。涼しいですね。痛いですよ。涼しいですね。悔しい。
Okay, block this. Okay, she's vulnerable. Hit her. Okay, cool. Okay, so I can't do it one round. That's not too bad.
オールクリア。先生、どうでしたか？
Okay, let's actually use my tickets and go for it. Also, what the heck does I'm gonna check the shop really quick. I want to see how much red converts into
先生は無事なんだよ。お店みたいな場所にしては。
three goes into 1, and then another, so it's 9. So 9 red goes into. Oh man, that's rough. Okay, I mean I'll just have to deal with that to get more Toki lift, but yeah. Okay, time to fight. So I can't do it. I think I was just free flowing that that rotation, but it shouldn't be. It doesn't feel that hard. Feels pretty simple overall. Actually, I do it. Actually, no wait. Hold on. So I think I'm gonna set Simsu Hanako. Actually, no, we're gonna set Momoi as the first one. Ours is kind of gonna be in the back. Hanako, yeah, Hanako's there. That's fine. Let's go for it. So yeah, I think this will save my rotation. That way, I can have an AOE immediately ready, basically. For this. Kuyashi. Okay. And I'll just shoot. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of holding my prophet skills, cause at least I should be holding Hod because he can protect me from the second phase. Like right now, literally right now. Yeah, right now, you gotta deploy that. Got energy boost. How do I aim for hours here? Okay. Ba-dum, bam, 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 bam. Okay, she's about to summon a bunch. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, energy boost. Hanako's just too strong. Oh, she's about to do it because Yep, okay. Deploy the force field. Now she's weak. Do the damage, Ray! Do the damage!
夏はあいつ怒らなきゃいけなくなったじゃん。あなたたちのせいだよ。涼しいですね。あなたたちのせいですから。こんなものでしょうか。ありがとう。今度お返しします。さあ、悔しい。もっと激しく一ついきます。みんなの勇気。
Okay. Okay, another one.
夏はこうでないとしばし休み。私もう怒ったんだから手伝ってあげます。
Okay, cool. So yeah, so I can't do this by myself. Okay.
先生どうでしたか？
So I'll take that. So yeah, we're gonna be fighting Decagrammaton for next week. So probably won't be any more Blue Archive streams for a while until we defeat her. Him? Her? It's in Malkuth's form, sort of. So I guess we're gonna call it a her. But yeah, see you guys next time. For after the raid's done. Bye bye. Bye.